Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Monday motivation, and it's funny. I'm telling you, ESPN is one of the funniest networks that I have ever seen around. Because the fact of the matter is that 1 minute they talking good about Caitlin Clark, and then 1 minute again they downplaying Caitlin Clark. But nevertheless, Alexa Philippou, if I'm pronouncing her name right, um, she was on Sports Center today, and there was I guess they had a look inside the Indiana Fever practice, because one of the clips that I showed in one of my last videos, I seen Alexa was there with them, because she was on the side where Stephanie White was talking. But nevertheless, she was actually asked about Caitlin Clark's off-season transformation. Now, we know that Caitlin Clark needed to get in the gym, buff up a little bit to take a little bit more of the beating that was given to her last year. And she was at a college game, and there was a viral video of her going around with her arms looking so jacked and pumped. And the thing about it is, that was probably the topic for about 2 or 3 days, about how she really has hit the gym. She was spending time getting her body together, spending time with Keith Porter, learning some new nuances, adding to her game to be a little bit more, you know, um, to add like certain things to her game to be a little bit more not predictable. Some people would say, but I don't think she's that predictable. But having a lot in your bag is going to help you a lot. It's going to help you, because the fact of the matter is, with the team that they have now, it's really hard to really get a grasp on how to defend Caitlin Clark. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video and get back. Well, I'm gonna play the audio and get back with you.
Alexa Philippou joins us now live from Indy. Alexa, we just heard from Caitlin Clark. We saw the picture earlier this offseason. She was absolutely jacked. What can you tell us about her offseason and how she prepared for year two?
Yeah, that photo did go viral, Christine, but that was really a huge focus for Caitlin Clark this offseason, was getting stronger. And she actually said that she could feel the difference already through these first 2 days of training camp. So for her, she was working with head athletic performance coach Sarah Kessler to really just have that consistent effort in the weight room day in and day out. Of course, she was in market most of this offseason, really able to focus on that. But she was also still working on her game, too. She was working with player development coach Keith Porter on all sorts of things, from her mid-range game to her floaters, and just being able to also, when different teammates that were on the newer side were able to come in, she could also start to get those reps with them. For her, though, this real offseason was also about rest and reset. She said that it was such a really healthy experience for her to be out of the spotlight after such a crazy first year in the league. So she was able to just kind of live life as a normal person, be Caitlin, do Caitlin things. Of course, some of those things that she did were really cool, like going to the Masters. That was something that was on her bucket list. But between the on-court stuff that she did and the weight room and the off-court stuff, it was really a rewarding off-season for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I'm sure she was happy to get a break going from her college season to getting drafted, going straight to the Fever.
We are so excited for a brand new season.
Alexa Philippou joins us.
All right, so you got to hear Alexa Philippou talk about how the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, was able to transfer her body over through the off season by getting rest. It's something that she didn't get going into last season when she first got drafted and coming into the league, and then just playing a rugged schedule right out the gate, because she was must see TV, so everybody wanted a piece of her, and they stacked the games out, stacked their schedule and games out the gate, and then it kind of wore on her throughout the first half of the season. But then once they hit that Olympic break and that All-Star break and come back and she had a chance to reset for a whole 30 days or so, she was able to come back and be Caitlin in the second half of the season. And it showed because they went on a tear right out the gate in the second half of the season. Now they did slow down towards the end of the season a little bit, but at the same time they set a tone because the team made it to the playoffs. This year, she had a whole off season to rest, a whole off season. It's just almost like her having her college season over and getting prepared for college later on down the line. Same thing. She don't have to worry about no Olympics. She ain't got to worry about anything else. All she had to do is rest, work on her body, have some downtime, spend time with family. She was at these sporting events. She was at these speaking events. She was at the Masters. She was doing commercial takes here and there. So she was able to be around and do the things that she needs to do in order to get her mind and her body right. And that's why a lot of people kept begging for her to play in Unrivaled, where I didn't want that. I didn't want her to play in Unrivaled because she would have never had a chance to recover her body. And for her, she needs that. She doesn't need to, she needs repetition in her own way, but she didn't need that kind of repetition because really it didn't really benefit her just by getting paid. That's it, or helping another league out to get viewership and more sponsorship because she was there, but it didn't benefit her. And she did the right thing. She took a break from it. I say this to say it again. I don't think Caitlin Clark is going to play in Unrivaled because I think she's want to have downtime in the off season to do the things that she needs to do and not just going right from one league to another just because it's cool or it's beneficial for somebody else. It's not beneficial for Caitlin Clark, to be honest with you. So, and she did it. She did it out of just because they begged her. And so me personally, I don't see her playing it on Rival, not at all. But again, that was a good little interview. But I take it as a good report. To hear that from Alexa, to talk about it because she's there in the Fever camp. Spending time talking to them, the players and stuff like that. And she, instead of having Caitlin Clark talk to the ESPN. But it's all good. But anyway, Caitlin Clark transformation is one for the record books. You see the difference. And like she said, she could feel it with the 2 days of training camp. So now I want to see how it's going to translate into a game situation. So we only got a couple of days before the preseason start, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode, this Live Wild Sports Media, your Monday motivation. You know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing. Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.